Hi everyone, we have reached term 37 weeks today. So excited that my little hanky has stayed in and baked good and proper. So I think these last 3 weeks are just basically fine tuning some things, like all systems are go right now, but I know this week apparently it's building up some more. I think it's called surfactant, which is the liquid in its lungs that stop them from sticking together after it's born. And it's also shedding vernix and lanugo, which is the hair that it grows, like all this hair all over it, and some sort of slimy casing, I guess, to stop its skin getting all wrinkly from being in the amniotic fluid, you know, like when you're in the bath too long and your fingers get all prickled, pickled, whatever. So I think it's kind of that. And then that gets into the amniotic fluid, the baby ingests it, and that makes up part of its first bowel movement. Yes, which is called meconium, and hopefully doesn't come before it's born, because if it does poop inside before it's born, it can mean that the baby's in stress, or it can put the baby in stress because it's ingesting its own poo. So we hope that doesn't happen. So that's kind of what's happening with baby this coming week, week 38, or the 38th week. With me, we had this past week, we had last Friday our OB appointment, which went well. I had my Group B strep test, which I explained what would happen in my last video. They only swabbed the front though for me, so I don't know. I didn't ask for him to put it in my bum. Anyway, so yeah, and then that gets sent to the hospital, and I don't know the results. I guess I'll get told when I go into labour, and if they have to manage it, then they manage it however they need to. So I don't know what the results were for that, or if I've got it or not, but either way it doesn't really matter. They're going to have to do whatever they've got to do. So yeah. I also had a cervix check, and I was about 1 centimetre dilated. I don't know about effacement. He said it was softish, but he didn't say like the percentage. So I don't know. And he said the cervix is still facing the back. So yeah. And that was last week. Now I don't have another check until August 3rd, which is 3 days before my due date. I don't know if this is normal in Switzerland. I know it's not normal in most other countries. Most other countries you go in for weekly checks, especially now. No, he was happy to see me in, 3.5 weeks. Just come back 3 days before your due date, unless you go into labour before then. And then just go to the hospital. So I'm done for appointments, unless Hanky decides to come on its due date or later. So I'm hoping the arrival comes a little bit sooner. I'm kind of ready. But yeah. We also did a scan, and looks like Hanky's got enough fluid. That was the word, enough. I couldn't get a really good picture to grab the abdomen measurement, so we got the head and the femur, and it was coming in weighing at about 2.25 kilos, which is 4 pounds 15 ounces, which for 36 weeks is pretty small. So I guess I was a little concerned, but I was born at 40 weeks and 1 day, and I weighed 2.8 kilos or 6 pounds. So I was a little baby, not a little person. So I'm guessing, I've looked at that up, and that kind of does have something to do with it. The weight that you were when you were born and the height you are now, so I don't know. Anyway, the doctor didn't seem worried, just said it's not a big one. So I guess that just makes it mean that it's going to be easier to push out, which I'm not complaining about. But yeah, I'm hoping everything's okay now. I'm feeling movements, I'm feeling hiccups, which are signs of, you know, health. And the doctor checked the umbilical cord and the blood flow, heartbeat, and its BP, and all is fine. He said that, you know, the baby is healthy and happy in there, so that's the main thing. So yeah, next appointment in 2.5 weeks now, which is a bit nuts, but anyway, we'll see. And what else? Oh, some purchases. Well, we've done the baby's room, pretty much got everything. I just have to get some more stretch mark cream for me, and body butter, Palmer's body butter, and just, yeah, tummy butter and stretch mark creams and stuff like that. I don't have stretch marks, but it's what I use to prevent them, and I'll probably need it even more after the baby, when you can actually tell as your skin starts shrinking if you've had them or not. So just to get rid of the appearance. So that was a purchase for me. But my husband has also decided that he wants to try cloth diapering because he likes the idea of being eco-friendly. I did bring this up ages ago, and we had decided that we wouldn't. We'd just go with disposables. Now, but he kind of was under the impression that you still use towels and had to kind of do origami with them to wrap them into a diaper and all that sort of stuff. He didn't realise that you can actually get cloth diapers that are like just pretty easy. You just got Velcro, strap them on, and yeah. So I bought 5 of them, which I know won't be enough, but we thought just to get started. And I got them today. They're very cute. And also I got a couple more newborn sized outfits after the scan last week and finding out that it's going to be a little blubber. I didn't have many newborn sizes, so I just got a couple more outfits for that. And I've bought a wet cloth washable diaper bag, so that's when we have the dirty nappies, we can put them in the bag and put the whole bag in the washing machine, to make life a little easier and a little less messy. So yeah, that's my purchases. Oh yeah, and my husband brought back a footstool for my chair in the nursery. So he initially said I didn't need one, and after sitting in the chair himself a few times, he's like, oh yeah, we could do with a footstool. So he went and bought me one, so that was pretty exciting. But that's it. We should be done now, I think. Us purchasing stuff is done until the baby comes anyway, and then probably get some more clothes to match, whether it's, you know, boy or girl. But yeah. So I guess back to my usual layout. So my symptoms: pelvic girdle pain is still out in full force. Last Thursday when I recorded, I'd been whinging about it, but it actually was pretty good on Thursday, and I went to the park to throw my dog a ball so he could get some running in, because I feel bad that I'm not exercising so much. And then these kids kicked a soccer ball over to me by accident, and I thought, oh, I'd just kick it back. Bad move. When I landed, when I put my foot down after I kicked it, I basically collapsed and I couldn't walk. So I had to just sit down for about 10 minutes, and then I was able to shuffle home, but I couldn't move after that. And the clicks and sounds coming from my pelvis when I rolled over in bed or got off the couch or anything were really loud, and it was quite painful. So that was an error. And I finally complained to my OB on Friday about it, because I hadn't mentioned it to him before, and he wrote me a referral to prescription thing to go and see a physio, which you have to get over here. You can't just go to a physio because you want to. You have to have a doctor say that they give permission for you to go, because a lot of people scam insurance companies with you doing those sort of things. So this way the insurance companies and the doctors are working together, so they know that it's a legitimate reason as to why you're going to a physio, not just because you want a massage or whatever. So yes. And then Sunday it finally felt a little better. I mean, I get out of bed and I have to kind of turn right. I feel like Zoolander, can't turn left. Because every time I put weight down on the left foot first, because our door is to the left of the bed, or when I get up, it cracks and clicks into, my hip clicks into place and it hurts. But if I go to the right, it's not so, it's a little bit more subtle. So I'm kind of getting out of bed, doing a circle around to the right and then walking out. But anyway, so Sunday, I was just in the kitchen, from one cupboard to another, making my husband breakfast. Nothing happened. I didn't step funny. I don't know. I just put my foot down and I had a really sharp pain in the middle of my right butt cheek, and then the pain just shot, like a nerve pain just shot all the way down my IT band on my right leg, which was extremely painful, and another setback. So continuing back to the loud clicking, painful, yeah. Anyway, so into the physio on Monday. The physio on Monday in Zurich, because Winterthur, where I live, it seems to be a 2-month waiting list to get in to see any doctor, so I just didn't even bother trying. So I went to Zurich. It was pretty much a waste of time, to be honest. The session was half an hour. He asked me a few questions, looked, rocked my pelvis back and forth a little bit, pulled my legs individually and I'm lying down, and then showed me some exercises. So I don't feel like I got a whole lot out of the session, but I'm going to go back because, well, now I can't exercise. I can't stand for long enough periods of time even to do the arm workouts that I was doing. So I've got heaps of time up my sleeve. So I'm going to go. Anyway, next Monday again. And it's also covered by our insurance company. So can't hurt, I suppose. So I'm going to go. And since then, since I've not been doing anything this week, I've been taking it really easy. I'm not allowed to do yoga. He said I can't do yoga, I can't walk. I just need to do some stabilizing exercises for my pelvis, no mobilizing, so yoga's out. And just really subtle movements like slight squats and slight bends, and so that's fun, exercise. Anyway, it's been better this week, so that's the main thing. Other symptoms, I'll just go down the usual ones. Frequent urination, that's still going. I don't think the baby has dropped yet, or it hadn't as of last Friday at my appointment. My OB said it still was kind of above those 2 sort of points in your pelvis. So it's not engaged, or wasn't, and I can't tell if it's gotten lower or not, or what. So I'm doing things to try and get it there, like I'm bouncing on the ball, I'm sitting leaning forwards a lot, going on all fours a fair bit. I don't think there's anything you can do to make your baby go down. It will just go when it's ready. Sometimes it even just doesn't go until you're in labour, but I'm trying to do everything I can to help it get there. So the frequent urination is just going to get more frequent, I think, as the baby drops, if it drops. The leaking colostrum, about 3 or 4 days this week I got it. Still got the heavy feeling in my chest, or heart skipping a beat, whatever it is, but yeah, just suddenly get this onset of like a really heavy feeling in my chest. Vivid dreams, still got them, and the sciatica in my bum. The blocked ears, occasionally, every couple of days I get that too. And yeah, that's about it, but they're alright, they're not bad. I've had, again, no cravings or aversions. Do I miss anything? I miss exercise, yeah, but that's okay. I've come to terms with it. I'm just going to relax and enjoy these last however many weeks or days I have without my baby. And just, yeah, enjoy the time and the naps and the watching telly and whatever. So I'm just enjoying each day because it could be the last. My weight is still 8.5 kilos, or I think it was just like 19 pounds, I'm not sure. Same as last week, no difference, no loss, no gain. No stretch marks, the rings are still on with the hot weather. Sometimes it's not so easy to put them on. Labour signs, Braxton Hicks contractions are still going. It's really all labour signs I've had. No, there's no mucus plug, there's no bloody show, there's no like painful contractions, there's no water broken, there's nothing of that, just the Braxton Hicks contraction still. So I've probably got a few weeks left. Mood, happy. Yeah, I'm really happy to reach 37 weeks and know that the baby basically is cooked, and now it's up to it when it wants to rock up. My sleep is great, still sleeping every night. Once I get through the pain, the initial pain lying on the side, the pelvis, she's not so good, and the turning over during sleep. I'm turning over a lot less now. Sorry, that noise is our robot vacuum starting up again. Yes, so sleep is good. Movement, still feeling quite a lot of movement. There's not really been any down days. It's just they're kind of not getting as strong. I guess it's not. Well, no, it's not. I don't know. No, movement's movement. Good, fine. I don't know what I'm talking about. Concerns. It's no. I don't have any concerns. Or maybe the fact that it's really small, but it should be okay. Just when the baby's going to drop. It's not a concern. It's just wondering. Best moment this week was the scan, and I'm looking forward to my mum coming in 6 days. So I have kind of started doing some things as well to help naturally induce labour, from what I've read. Not that anything works, because if anything worked, there wouldn't be all these questions as to what works and suggestions and a million and one of them. But I'm doing what I can. So licorice, I'm having some licorice, and I've also made licorice ice cream. I'm drinking the raspberry leaf tea, which doesn't actually help induce, it just helps make your cervix softer, so you have a shorter labour and easier, apparently. So I'm drinking that about 2 cups a day now. I started out with 1 about 5 days ago. Now I'm drinking 2 cups a day. I hate tea, but it doesn't taste too bad. But they all taste the same, like hot water. They smell so good, and they just taste like shit. Anyway, so yes, the tea, pineapple. I'm eating pineapple, which is supposed to do the same thing, ripen the cervix. You're meant to walk a lot, but I obviously can't, so I'm trying to walk and do what I can. The bouncing on the ball as well. Chilies, had a few meals with chili this week, and garlic as well. I think that's about all I'm doing at the moment to try and help that. Yeah, but you know, it's not going to come if it's not ready. So I think these things are all just old wives' tales. But you know, none of them are hurting me. It's not like I'm going to drink that bloody castor oil that some people do. No thanks. So yeah, it's all kind of natural stuff, and I love pineapple and I love licorice. I even made some licorice ice cream. I don't know if I probably just mentioned that. Anyway, so yeah, none of it is stuff that I don't enjoy, and the tea is even okay. So you know, anything that can help me through labour, I'm up for it. But yeah, that's about it for this week. So I'll do the belly shot, and I'll probably next week I will record on Wednesday, which is a day earlier, so I'll be 37 weeks and 6 days, because my mum gets here on Wednesday night and Thursday will just probably won't work. So yeah, alright, belly shot time. "37 weeks. Lower, I don't know, from the front, and then from the other side, and then with the top on. So it's not big, it's not that big. I thought I'd be bigger. But anyway, I guess it's a small baby, so it makes sense. So that's all, and I will come back to you in 6 days. Alright, have a good weekend.